I got this scarf at Express. You like it?
Yes.
It's camo because it makes me look tough. But it's fashionable because I want to be sensitive. I like stuff like fashion, pastels, and unicorns, and pixie dust, and second star to the right, straight on to a morning. I don't know why people think I'm gay. People confuse my sexuality for all kinds of reasons. They're like, oh, yo, what about all that pink? You're like, dude, all straight guys like the same thing that's pink. Which one of us doesn't like a nice, warm, juicy, pink steak? Oh, and pussy, yeah. I compare the two. I basically feel the same way about steak as I do about pussy, because if I'm gonna ask for it, I'm definitely gonna eat it. Before my last relationship went to shit, and we'll get back to that in a minute, but we used to have a lot of fun together. We went to El Paso a lot. We spent a week there once, and one afternoon she got weird, though, and she was like, oh my God, that was so good. Oh my God, that was so good. That's so good, but stop calling me Crystal during sex. And I was like, all right, Matilda, are we role-playing? I didn't know that we have a fetish. She goes, oh my God, would you stop it? No, I just hate my name. You know, I call you like sweetie and honey and baby, like something like that. And I was like, right, but technically, shouldn't I be the one to be your baby? Because I was the one that was just inside you. I love that joke so much I made a shirt for it. And of course, the shirt's pink. And it says, if you call me baby, can I be inside you? Oh, but it's been a few years since I was with her, and I've tried to meet different women along the way to kind of reacclimate myself because it was a really rough ending. But I've learned a lot. Like I learned that if you hook up with a girl that talks to herself, you don't have to stick around to keep her company. This one girl was like, "Oh my God, I want to get a crescent moon tattooed right here." I was like, "Oh, are you a Care Bear?" She looked all mad at me. I was like, "Ooh, it's your Care Bear stare." And I'm one of those people who calls everybody babe. This one girl was like, I'm not your girlfriend. Stop calling me babe. I was like, I'm calling you babe because I think you're my girlfriend. I'm calling you babe because you remind me of the Pig movie. When I got my vaccination, I went up to the girl who was real cute from here up. So I just went with that, right? And I was like, I'm going to talk to her. I was like, hey, I hate getting needles in my arm. When I get up there, do you think they'll let me take it rectally? She goes, oh my God, do you want it in your butt? I said, no. Do you? So a few years ago, I met my best friend, Andriana, and when we met, she thought I was safe to flirt with because she thought I was gay too. After a few hours of talking, she's like, oh my God, you have 3 kids? I have 4 kids. What if we could have our own little yours, mine, and ours someday? And I was like, that's adorable, but I already had a vasectomy, so I can only give you ghost babies. So we never dated. We got to be better and better friends. And one night we were having dinner actually right down the street from here. And she was telling me about the guys that she's turned down and how they stalk her, they harass her, they call her every name you can think of, right? She goes, oh my God, there isn't a single man that can handle rejection. I was like, Andy, when we met, I asked you out. She goes, oh, that's right. Wait, how come you can handle it and they can't? I said, Andy, a few years ago, Crystal was everything to me. She cheated and left. And then she died. You don't go to a movie with me, I'll survive. She goes, that was all true? Oh my God, I thought you made that up for the stage. I said, what kind of sick fucking people are you friends with? She goes, wait, is that why when we met, you asked me if I had any terminal conditions? Because, I mean, obviously I have a type. Well, I had a type, but we know what happened there. She's like, I thought it was just because I'm pale. No. But you know how your friends, they lose a filter? Like, when you're closer friends with them, they'll just say anything? Oh my God, she is brutal. We tried and come up with joke ideas, and she was telling me about her pets. I'm like, why you got so many pets? She's like, well, I got a lot of kids. I gotta have extra pets in case something happens to them. I was like, are they just, what, leaping to their death or finding a way out or something just to get away from you? She goes, what, like your fiance? I was like, yeah, thanks. The dead fiance jokes will never get old. And she goes, you know what? Neither will Crystal. So I've had a lot of fun the last few years, probably more than the rest of you, but the pandemic brought out a lot of good stuff. Like Zoom, I never saw Zoom before. First time I turned on Zoom, I was like, ooh, hello. Mirror. Ooh, I look good. And it used to be only places like Subway that have that sneeze guard to protect your food from you. Now the whole world is covered in plexiglass. Have you seen this? Oh my God, I feel like a salad. It's great. And I got to do this. I love driving around, windows open, listening to music. But after all that, I've got questions. Like, got me thinking, you remember when Axl Rose looked like a rock star? And not like the guy that delivers pizza to rock stars? And ate the pizza on the way. Spice Girls, you remember when they sang, if you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Who are these guys turning down these all-female orgies? I want to be your lover, but I can't get with your friends. It's not you, it's me. Body image. Backstreet Boys, when they sang, I want it that way. How many years did it take you to realize they just meant in the butt? I've also been trolling kids a lot more. This is nothing new. I started when my oldest was like 6 months old and I had him in the pouch. Dude comes up on the street and he's like, oh, look out, there's a baby coming out of your chest. I said, don't worry, he's just a strap-on. Oh my God, I've gotten so evil with it now. The kids that I teach. This one little girl was late one day. I was like, oh, you were gonna be my only student. When you weren't here, I thought I was gonna have to teach math to ghosts. She stared at me. I was like, I'm kidding. Oh, ghosts don't do math. Their problems are over already. One little boy's like, what's your favorite thing to eat that's green? I said, alien children. He goes, no, I mean vegetables. I said, alien children. On life support. My favorite thing about teaching, though, is all the little emo kids, dressed in black. They do arts and crafts with destruction paper, and they all want to major in anti-social studies. Yeah. I'm going to bring them over to the house so that they can teach my yard to be emo, because at least then it'll cut itself. Okay, so you know how you're supposed to close with like your strongest jokes, right? That's what everybody says. Okay, I'm going to close with some of the worst jokes I've ever written. Now, they're funny still, don't get me wrong. They're hilarious. But just follow me, okay? Guys, I need you to stop throwing quarters into urinals. Your wish isn't gonna come true. It's not getting any bigger. You like Star Wars jokes? We'll do a couple of those before I get out of here. All right. 2 Sith Lords are eating a baby Wookiee. And one turns to the other and goes, hey, this is a little chewy. It's okay that my ex makes me feel like a stormtrooper, because no matter what, I'm always going to miss her. Stormtroopers miss everything, and I think this group over here missed everything tonight. Okay, one more bad one, and then I got to go, okay? A priest and a rabbi walk into a bar, and a rabbi looks around, he goes, wait, this isn't a bar? This is a Chuck E. Cheese. And the priest goes, fuck yeah, it is. I'm Kid Ever. Come see me afterwards. Get a shirt. Thank you.